I don't know. Or when I came back on the app, and then that's when I was hearing, a lot. But they'd got a post. I think it was like Keisha had posted something on her 13th birthday. Whether that was Facebook or TikTok, I don't know. But they was all boasting about apparently Dizzle had removed the sticker. Then she said that they had the original post, but they changed up the face. To me, it was bizarre. And I will sit here and say, even though Jess has done the biggest lie on me to you today, I will sit here and say, like, Shell Bells and Dizzle ain't being called out apart from, like, certain people. They're not being called out as much as they should be for what they've had on their fucking phones. It's been quite bad.
I just don't get it, but I know they didn't get it from Facebook or TikTok. I bet they got it from our public story.
Hiya, Frankie,
Snapchat.
Jack.
That comes
Just
up on my
come
Snapchat
to
all
in,
the time as well.
Geraldine.
Keisha's.
Well,
She's obviously playing a phone call between Sarah and Dal.
You know that, is it Sinead's Jess that was sitting, like, the newbie that came around? Well, it ain't a newbie, it was one of Shell Bell's very old, it was her that outed it. Because only them three knew, but it was, that Sinead's Jess had outed what Dizzle had done. And I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I think at the moment, including ASD Murray's, everything that's come on the app, I think Shell Bells is known to having pictures up to, I think it's now 5 to 6 kids. And that's why when Blue was saying, Shell Bells was messaging her saying, like, please ask Sarah to contact
Hi,
me.
Frankie. Hi, Nina Sweetness.
So Blue had to, like, ignore it.
Coming up.
Because, like, Shell Bells was saying, like, oh, have you spoke to Cooey?
Coming up.
Blue had to ignore it. I said, now I know that they've been sitting there doing that and editing, like, I don't want to be around somebody like that. So Blue didn't know what to say, so she just literally avoided Shell Bells' messages. But she was quite persistent that she wanted to, like, come back and talk to me.
How the fuck can you explain that away? How can you constantly explain away you're looking at the fucking kids and getting videos and pictures of kids?
Well, that's why, to this day, Del, I've not contacted any of them.
Hello, darling.
It was a good couple of weeks ago, and I did say to Blue, you know what? See if she's awake, I want to fucking talk to her, yeah? Because it was something she said, and
That's Sarah Cohen.
It would have been my worst
Yeah,
mistake.
Geraldine's playing a phone call between Sarah and Dal.
No, I don't want to talk to her.
What are they talking again?
What she's been like, what I know.
I don't know when this was.
Pictures of kids, so I don't want to sit with someone like that. And then also the fact of that she first accused me, and there's no evidence.
Oh, I thought Sarah.
To any of that apart from.
I thought Sarah and Shalba were getting on her eyes. She said she don't want to sit with that.
And I was the only one out of the three who said to bring my phone straight away.
Fucking idiot. I don't want to sit with that. Even though she just lies, pretends she's had a child that's stillborn. Somebody else's child, this girl.
He's on media feed, there was nothing. And I said, here's all my accounts on TikTok. And I went there, she went, you don't have to show me anymore. I said, no, anything else you want to say? I was the only one out of, there was 3 of us that got accused, and I was the only one who shared my phone. As I said to you earlier, if you want me to share my phone, I'll show you that I've never spoken to Tom. But I was the only one that done that to Shell Bells.
Shell Bell and Dizzle never showed their phones.
No. Because it was Tanya and Charlie that kept saying, like, what the fuck? Because when she said to me, let me phone you back in 5 minutes, she had a call coming through, and I think it was her daughter's school, can't remember, whatever it was. I phoned her, I said, you ain't going to fucking believe it. Now, bearing in mind, I was sitting, weren't I, Charlie? I was sitting on the top of the machine with Andy, trying to get this belt on. I've had to leave him. I left him on the top. He said, you fucking up. I said, no, I guessed it back up. I'm spending my time literally phoning back Shell Bells and sitting on the phone to her. Like, literally, like, I was the only one that was persistent on it. Flawless cried, left the call. Jess sat there saying that she thinks it was Keisha or Sharon. As soon as they got into the car, the whole mood changed, and then it just kicked off between Jess and Shell Bells. And then I carried on talking to her, didn't I? And then I just said,
Nina's got his face.
It was the fact it was eating me up inside that someone thought I would do that. I would never make an account of
I'm the queen of this one now.
So I pulled away.
I'm a woman.
Are you listening to this, Anne?
No.
Geraldine's playing a voice note, a phone call.
Somebody made that account.
Oh yeah, she's been playing it for days. It's on a account. You can listen to it yourself.
They're on an account.
It's all on an account. Yeah, you don't need to listen to that. You can listen to it yourself.
What
account? Oh, sorry, Tam.
Found weird on the app was Sinead brought out about, kiddies all editing this photo of Keisha's kid with shell bells and whatever, right? But Keisha kept having shell bells in the box and we found it weird because, let's be real, this whole thing has been going on for like, whatever, but Keisha kept letting
Why are you renamed your account again?
we were talking normal, then they went against each other.
I just do it all the time. It's a habit.
Weird behaviour.
That isn't a picture of you, is it?
No, it's Frankie doing like a work with prison.
That much hate for 2 years, I would have knocked him out, right? And I know why you've done it, and I know that whatever, right? But what I don't understand is, would you ever sit there, back in Tom's box and say, don't worry about it, and act normal, and then go back to hating him in a couple of minutes? It was weird behaviour, and I do believe Keisha mental health has gone tits tops, and I really do. But
What part of this is this, Tam?
there's a lot of stuff Keisha has been right on, and there's a lot of stuff that Keisha is.
What?
What part of the phone call is this? Because there's 10 parts to it.
Oh, should we start from the beginning then? You listen.
I
You
would.
listened.
No, I've listened to like little tiny bits.
Whose account is that on?
Go onto diving into it. Go on their reposts. And it's an account called Behind the Scenes. Click on
they've been tagging me in stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
right,
the
okay. I might
phone
play that from the beginning. They've been tagging me in stuff. Let's play
Yeah,
it from the
because
beginning. Then.
Cooey mentioned you in it.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Oh, she's only been mentioned once as far as I know. I haven't really spoke to you. I was going to wait till I spoke to you on the phone and tell you. She's obviously still calling you wine on a line.
Coming from somebody who's an absolute disgrace.
I know, I can Sarah Coey call anybody.
She should be hiding under a rock.
I'm
That girl
surprised
should be
it's
hiding
coming back
under
or
a
something.
rock.
There's not a rock big enough for her fat ass.
Those type of people are never. They can't see themselves how disgraceful they are because they're psychopaths. Let's go from the beginning.
I just said to him, look, I've spoken to Del today, and he's being told that you're talking to Blue and everything else, and I've told him that you ain't, and she said add him in, so that's what I've done.
Well, you fucking wrong then.
The thing being,
When was this?
obviously somebody leaked that document to Tom. Which
I'm not 100%
document
sure
doesn't
Tam.
limit the fact that who leaked it.
Not that long ago, because Dal said that he'd had a phone call, didn't he? And he's recorded it.
The cancer one,
Cancelling.
which was only sent to Blue. So it leaves Blue then.
Well, that's exactly what I've
And
been
Blue
saying.
talks to Scotty.
Yeah. So this is what I've been saying all day. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip Blue a new arsehole. I'm going to rip out all the stuff that I have on that I've never released. And I'm going to make her look like the biggest cunt on the app again.
I'm just going to listen to a few of these then while I have my dinner.
I just want you to know that all this.
And then I've got to pop out for a bit. And then, what's the time? 6:30. Then hopefully by then I'll walk up to the common and we can go and sit up at the common. I won't be playing any drama while we're chilling.
I've not said anything to anybody about you. I just kind of none of us signed. That's the thing. None of us have. We just.
Hi, Carabella.
I just kind of went my own way, and that was it.
I've been getting told completely different stuff that everyone needs to start in the back.
No, we were getting questioned constantly, asking us to tell people about you and everything. Me, Sarah and Tanya both went, he's not in that because I was in a phone call one night with Donna, Angela and Chili P, and they asked me about the GoFundMe money, and I went, as of yet, I was like, to my knowledge, Finn doesn't have the money. Then they were asking about like photos and stuff at Tom's kids or some shit like that. Is that true? And I was like, that's one thing that I can tell you right now, is Dale doesn't date kids.
Well, that's
I was like, so all the conversation that me and Dale, I even got to that part, Charlie, with you, but me and Dale said it earlier, that in our group, apart from when Mark sent me that thing. Oh, let me tell you something. Dale, you know on your video about me, and Mark's put, I knew he couldn't trust me.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Can I just tell you, yeah? Tanya will back me up on this. As you know, Mark's in a bit of police bother with Sherlock, yeah?
Yeah, I've heard recently.
Yeah, his phone's in the police station. So Blue came to me and said, have you got any receipts on Sherlock going for Mark? I said, yeah. I said, and I sent them, right? Because Mark can't access his evidence, yeah? Blue phoned me up and she went, oh, you better sit down for this one. I went, what? She went, are you sitting down? I went, yeah. Because obviously everyone knows that I've been having funny turns, right? I went, yeah. Mark turned around and said to Blue, only about 3 weeks ago, please get Sarah to talk to Sherby because they were good friends. Make that make sense? Just saying.
I don't even know what happened with yours. I was off the app, so I wasn't. I've no fucking idea, to be honest, what happened with a lot of people.
Dale, I stopped talking to Shabby when we were talking to you. Do you remember when she was coming for me? And remember she sent me all them messages at night time?
Yeah.
I didn't speak to her. And then when Shy done that thing on you about the Doctor Who, she was like, she messaged me because I hadn't spoke to her, saying just tell me the truth and and whatever. And I just literally blocked her. But I stopped talking to her when she was sending me that bit, and I just walked away. That was it.
Yeah, I'm not finished yet. I'm about to get on already. Because she said about the Doctor Who account it was the most disgusting thing ever. What I done to her dad. Well, I think the most disgusting thing ever is putting my daughter into a group chat that you're in. So,
yeah. I just find it funny though, because I remember obviously back when that first came out. Remember, that was back when lawyers still spoke and every single one of them denied it.
These?
Oh, and have you seen Joe as well?
Did I not tag them? Have I not tagged them?
These are the kind of
Yeah.
you end up wearing.
They're tagged.
They're wide leg yoga style.
They're tagged. You probably. Trouble is sometimes when I just upload it and someone's seen it just as an upload. Yeah, they're on there. The tag's on there, babe. I've got them on now. They're lovely.
It's really comfortable.
as JC said.
At the time of Laura, they're trying to say that that's all been AI'd and she doesn't look like, the picture with the red nail varnish.
Yeah.
They're trying to say that that's AI'd and that ain't real.
They're not AI pictures, you can see they're not AI pictures.
Oh yeah, we know that again, but as I'm saying, I'll tell you, I'd never talk to Tom and his fucking cronies, and even me and Tanya was sitting there the other week saying, when they said it was all AI, me and Tanya were going, no it fucking ain't, no, we were screaming at our phones.
If it was AI, it would say it was AI. Even if you put it back up now, it would say it was AI, but it's not just that, it's too grainy to be AI.
I think a lot of people are obviously stirring the pot.
And this is what I'm trying to figure out who it is behind it all.
Well, it's no me, it's no Sarah, and it's no Tanya. I know obviously you have put up a few videos and stuff in the past about us, and we've never hit back because there's no need, do you know what I mean? We're adults, we never had any beef, if you know what I mean. We just kind of all walked away from one another, and that was it, do you know what I mean? I've just kind of went about my life. Obviously, I hardly even speak to Tanya and Sarah anymore. I don't know if Sarah told you that.
Who's that?
I'm just kind of...
Who's that talking?
No idea.
Charlie or Tanya.
It's not Tanya, because you just mentioned Tanya.
Charlie then.
I don't bother with anybody.
She did, I've been speaking to Tanya half of most of the day, to be fair.
Yeah, it's definitely Charlie.
Obviously, I didn't know that until I got off the call with you. I said to Tanya, I said, guess what's been fucking said, meaning, you know, about the ASD mummy in the door? And she went, I know. I went, how do you fucking know? She went, I've been voice noting Dell. I went, oh, okay.
This is the thing.
But like I said, Dell, everything I said to you in the call is exactly what Tanya was voice noting you before I had that call. You get what I'm saying? So you know I'm not lying, because I didn't even know that you two were voice noting.
It's the same old story. It's the minute something's brought out on Tom, it proves he's nothing but a fucking predator, paedophile, whatever you want to fucking call him. The minute they try and deflect it, and they're now putting it back on Big Mammy and try to discredit them so that it discredits me, but you can't discredit the proof. It's fucking there. It's, as I said, it was Becky that sent me all the proof. It was Becky that fucking contacted me. And sorry, that's actually a lie. Somebody said to me that Becky had the information, and I sent Becky a message, and she phoned me, and I said to her, well, you sent me...
Right, Dale, while you're here, Charlie, can you just say in your own words what Kelly Marie told us that Dale said, please, without no encouragement from me?
Listen to this, it's really funny.
Just Dale, you know that.
Without no encouragement from me. But you've got to say it.
I'm telling you the truth. I'll let Charlie tell you. So no long after, obviously, everything kind of happened, we were obviously still in the besties chat, and we were in a call one of the nights, and Kelly Marie said that you'd said to her that you were just sitting by Sarah until she'd had her up, and then you were fucking her off. Then you were sitting by her till her documentary came out, then you were fucking her off, and then basically the same with me and Tanya. But obviously back then we kind of were like, what the fuck?
To be fair, I actually think I did say it, not exactly those lines, but my original words, I think, were once the documentary
I did say it.
Then that's me, I'm done with TikTok now, I am fucking off. I want nothing else to do with it, which we thought it was going to, as we all thought it was going to come out in January, which is still not fucking come out, obviously. As for the thing about Sarah, I actually do think I did say that. I won't lie. I think I just said I'd had enough, and I was fucking everybody off, and I was blocking everybody, and it actually happened. I think it was the 17th of October I done it, that I blocked everybody. I just took the decision that my health was more important, and I just blocked everybody without any reason behind it. And obviously I did leave using shit, yes I did, in that sense, but it was nothing. It was just, I just felt as if I didn't trust anybody. I felt as if I was getting stabbed in the back, and I just felt like, do you know what, I'd rather not be on this app.
Yeah, and I just said to her, look, I've spoken to Dale today, and he's owns it, like he's being told it.
So, there's no date on this phone call. Fuck me, everyone's been tagged in it. Everybody. Pretty much.
But we didn't, even to this day, Dale, apart from that cancer thing that everyone was on about, yeah?
Hello, everyone.
No one had done a video or said anything about anyone. Like, meaning, like, about you, or we didn't leak anything of our chats or whatever. The only thing I'd done was stick up for myself when it came to Tammy, Ryan and the line, and then obviously Tam, when she went against you, and I said, how can you go again? And I put the picture up, you know, when you two, like, were sitting together, and said, but you met him on this day, but the next day you called him, like, you're saying he's a dangerous man and everything else. That was me. Even though we weren't talking, I still had your back on.
Sorry, I need to rewind that a bit. What she was saying.
But we didn't, even to this day, Dale, apart from that cancer thing that everyone was on about, yeah, that you had sent Tanya, no one had done a video or said anything about anyone. Like, meaning, like, about you, or we didn't leak anything of our chats or whatever. The only thing I'd done was stick up for myself when it came to Tammy, Ryan and the line, and then obviously Tam, when she went against you, and I said, how can you go again? And I put the picture up, you know, when you two, like, were sitting together, and said, but you met him on this day, but the next day you called him, like, you're saying he's a dangerous man. Even though we weren't talking, I still had your back on that.
It didn't.
Hi, Lisa. Did you mean to come out?
No, that wasn't next day.
She doesn't normally.
Either way, I still had your back in the sense of like saying that you was a dangerous man.
Ah, good thinking, Michelle.
I spoke to Tam about it 6 weeks
I didn't think of that.
earlier, and Tam said the same as what she said back then as well. She thought that I was going for her child because of what I said, and you know what I said? My main concern was her mental health and the fact that the pills she was
No,
on.
but I said that,
and-
remember, because
yeah.
she said she was going to stab me in my neck.
And the driving and all the rest of it, and while she had Vinny in the car, and that was my main concern. That I didn't want anything to happen to her. Now, under the influence that she was under at the time, and she has apologised, because she was under so many different drugs. It's like you get into these psychotic states.
Well, we both did.
Yeah.
Girl, you reached out to me and said, I know you two ain't talking, yeah? And I did, and I missed you. Remember when I texted her saying you were alright?
Yeah.
And I spoke to her on the phone and I said exactly the same thing. And I went, because if you remember back then, it was the same tablet that a nurse gave me in the hospital, do you remember?
Yeah.
And I said to her, like, are you okay driving? Because I know that sometimes...
I can't. Why are we even listening? Why are we even listening to her voice? Seriously, she is full of fucking lies. This girl lied about being in hospital and having a heart attack. She pretended that she had a baby that was stillborn and sent a picture of a real baby that it had actually happened to at least 12 people that we know of. I made up this whole story that she'd had this stillborn, and we're sat here listening to the bullshit that's coming out of her mouth. I swear to God, and every time she says things like, oh, yeah, didn't you? You remember that, don't you? You remember that? Yeah, it's always, she is just literally, don't
get me started on her.
Be careful, I didn't do it out of spite. I done it just the same as you done it. Get what I'm saying?
Ruby Lee, yeah, she is a cunt. Yeah, exactly. You had a heart attack. It happens to real people. Heart attacks happen to real people. Losing babies happen to real people. And this girl wants a fucking attention. She gave everybody nicknames. She is jealous as fuck of me, 100%. Literally, her manipulation skills were very clever, but they don't last very long because you obviously get to know who the person is behind that persona. And it came out eventually, but she's one of those that go off into another little world and go and do it to another group of people. I'm surprised she's still around here. I'm surprised she's not made a way into another community on TikTok and caused a load of trouble elsewhere, because those types of people literally just carry on in life, just constantly doing it, causing destruction wherever they go. Until the mask falls off and then she gets found out.
That was the thing. Back then, she couldn't see it that way because of being under.
I know, Sophie. I know it's horrific because she's an attention-seeking motherfucker. She is She craves attention. She wants to be liked. And that's why she's very, very jealous of me. Extremely jealous of me.
Influence of those drugs.
And I would sit here and say, no, even though I'm not gonna ever talk to her. Yeah, I generally hope she's alright, because when it comes to Shy, because she grew very close to Shy, went there, stayed the night, and all I've been told, which I said to you earlier, that I know that she's opened up to Jess. Don't know what it is she wanted to do, exposure on Shy, but I knew that she'd be hurt by whatever Shy's done to her, and I don't want to fucking know either.
She will never speak to Shy again. Shy had a lot of influence over time when she was on.
Give us a bit of a timeline then. It's Shy and Tam are falling out, so this has got to be in the last 3 months.
No, this phone call has been within the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Definitely, because Dow's mentioned it.
Right, okay. Well, we'll find out a little bit more as well, because Blue's not talking to her anymore, is she?
Yeah.
It was Tam that sent the picture that, right, so if you remember rightly, there was a picture that I put in the group chat of Helen and one of the kids at Christmas. It was near Christmas, or Christmas tree pictures or rest it, but it was also a picture of the t-shirt. Remember the t-shirt that Helen had got that was sitting on the chair?
These people are the lowest, the saddest of society who we're listening to right now. They are talking about a TikTok app and people's lives. Do you know that? They're having phone calls to, oh yeah, ASD Big Mummy. They're having phone calls about people's lives. And they go on and on. They had a 7-hour phone call about me once. It's all in a group chat that I got sent to me. 7 hours trying to find stuff on me. This is how sad these motherfuckers are. They're disgraceful.
I don't remember it.
Right. I sent them to use, but at the time Tam wasn't in the group chat. She'd left the group chat already. So I sent them separately to Tam. Now, what the crazy thing was, Helen had told me to send them to the girls to let them know she was...
Who has the time? Who has the time? Who wants to put that energy into something so negative? Go worry about your own fucking lives. That's what they need to do. Go worry about why they're so desperate to out other people and what people have done in their past and who they are, and can we find this on them? Can we find that on them? Can we dig everything up from everybody's past so we can just literally just break their mental health in pieces? This is who they are when they're the ones who are sitting on the worst fucking things that they've done in their lives. Make it make sense. That's why they do it, because they're fucking wrong-uns.
The divorce was settled and arrested, and she was happy without him. Now I've got the proof from Helen. I actually talked to Helen yesterday.
Thank you, Colleen.
Helen fucking didn't realise I was impressed until after it, and she was gutted. She's like, I had to keep the cost of coffee as well.
Hi, Kimmy, darling.
Richard tried to use this to say that I put a picture of his child in there without his permission. I actually had his wife's permission, which is more than enough.
Thank you, Anne.
So I sent this to Tam, but Tam didn't. The state Tam was in, she sent that to Tom, but Tom didn't know.
I know, Trey.
I already knew this.
And every time they say Tam, they mean Tam, not me. That's the first time I've actually heard her call my name Tammy, actually. Then she went on to say wine in a line, but she said Tammy first. That's the first time I've actually ever heard her call me by my name.
Tam had sent him the picture, and Tam apologised. She's like, I went and sent him this picture. Do you want to do this?
She gave everybody nicknames like it was just normal, and everyone had to take it, and it became normal after. And then it became normal after, because she gave everybody nicknames, and then you'd have this whole crew of people, this whole train just following her and laughing and all joining in, and the fucking disgraceful.
3-4 weeks ago, when I brought out the thing about Ariana, with him having a group chat, I said, don't worry about it, Tam.
Thank you, Nitro, darling.
I said, that's the difference. I says, he didn't have my permission to share Ariana, my picture of Ariana and Izzy or Chili's kids or whatever.
Hi, it's Aura. Thank you.
I've been told, I'm glad, because I didn't say it in the call, I'm glad that Tanya told you about Chili P getting hold of all the chats and sending it to Scatty, and Scatty sent it to Tom. Yeah. I forgot to tell you that part.
I'll never trust Chili fully anyway. That's the thing. Chili, he what's the word? But
Del, you got to think about it. Scatty back then, kept saying about the non-Chili P group. Who sent the chat out of the non-Chili P group? That's the one I want to know. And that's where I think Kelly Marie.
See, I don't. The non-Chili P group had 12 people in it. There was Shannon, there was Sammy.
Yeah, all of them lot, yeah. But only they don't, to be fair, I think only one or two of them speak with Scatty,
Well, but it wasn't just that, it wasn't even just Scatty. Some of them were back in with Tom as well after I fucking disappeared off the app. Shell Bells was in it. Everybody was in that chat group. Cadizzo, who did go back with Tom. So do you know
what? Say that again?
Sorry, did you not hear that part where I said Cadizzo went back with Tom?
No, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that really shocked me. I I'm honest.
Well, that just shocked me because I never knew that. Because you know when it all came out that when apparently Shell Bells and Cadizzle were editing Keisha's kids, I never knew anything about that either.
So if you think Cadizzle's in with Tom, Shellbell's editing stuff with Cadizzle, that's the first I've heard of it. But if you think about that, so where does that put Shellbell with Tom? Do you get where I'm going?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
I'm actually quite shocked to know that Cadizzle went to Tom.
Yeah, I think she's away from him again, but I know she was with him. In January, Tom put out a new video, and it was, that way he likes to put his badges up of his and his little fucking teeth. And Cadizzle's name was on that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I've been saying. Most of it.
Well, like I said, I don't talk to any of them, even though they begged Blue. Shellbells kept begging Blue to say she wanted to talk to me. Nah, I didn't.
I was asked to come back on that for one.
Shellbell begged Blue that she wanted to talk to her. Shellbell said to us, didn't she, Anne, that she was talking to her. I asked her the other day, were you talking to her?
Hi, Stacey.
Reason. Because of the ability to do with the women, to do with ASD. And I agreed to come back, so I come back on that. So,
right, well, like I said, I've been busy all day, but yeah, I've only just
Of course you have.
If only page, just told her what's happened. Because like I said, Charlie's doing her own thing, she's doing her gaming and whatever. And I just said that I had to speak to you today because apparently this rumour about me talking to Tom, and obviously I'm still flabbergasted.
There's no fucking way Tom would be talking to Sarah unless it was his
His life depended on it.
Unless it was I'm guessing it would have been beneficial to him, but I mean, I'm not sure he would even stoop that low.
Our Skimmy's just come in.
Oh, is it? Yeah, Tom, were you talking to Sarah? I highly doubt it.
I'd admit so.
It looks as if it's more than anything else is coming from Blue, but I'll dig into that one stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I was quite shocked about that. I think I was shocked as well at the fact I just messaged me going, you're right, lovely, you okay? But she was messaging you saying, do I speak on Sarah? I'm just, yeah.
I see with it all in the group chats that he's had with Angela and the voice calls. Yeah, I know about them too. You do know that
I did have a group chat with Angela.
Hi, Angie.
Hold on.
But I can also tell
What group chat?
it wasn't a group chat.
What did you say there? Sorry. You said we was in a group.
No,
we was in a group chat with Angela.
A group chat. Sorry, a phone call with Angela. That maybe make it a bit clearer. There was a phone call with Angela.
Hi, Jan. You alright?
Angela still passed information back to Tom as well, don't you?
Hi, all.
That's the call. Oh yeah, Charlie. I ain't even got to this part yet because, like I said, I've only just told you, and you said I didn't go. Right, Charlie. Do you remember that night when me and you spoke to Angela? She was panicky, weren't she? And I said I need to talk to you, and that was when we found out that she was coming to everyone, telling everyone about things. Do you remember when she said to us? The words were, and Donna's got the receipts of the revenge porn and she hasn't yet sent it to Angela. Do you remember when she said that? Yeah. Right, guess what? Well, that's a lie. Because Angela she's the one who's only had the receipt of the revenge porn. Donna never had anything, so Angela lied to us. What the fuck? It was an 8-hour call that she was recording and screenshotting.
It's Angela that was having the porn with Tom, not Donna. It was Angela. She has that full chat with Tom recorded. She has the pictures that they were sending each other and all the rest of it, not Donna. Donna never had any of that. It was Angela that had it all because it was her that was involved in the porn stuff.
And Charlie, did she not say in that call that from that point, when was it? Well before Christmas, wasn't it? At that point, she was still waiting for the evidence from Donna to give to the police, and Donna hadn't gave her anything. There you go. I'm really confused right now. So why was she going about saying that Donna was the one with the evidence when she had it.
Say that again, sorry.
But I'm just confused because obviously Angela was telling everybody that Donna had the evidence. Yes.
Hold on, I just need to finish this message. It's just I've actually just received something else as well, where Poppy says Blue said it was her that sent it to someone to send to Tom. There you go.
Why have I got two of these?
I said it was Blue.
Yep.
Must have my mum's. We had the same pajama tops.
I'll get it was my spoken ones, but I would never like out things, do you know what I mean? Like what's been said in group chats or what anybody said to me privately is between me and that person.
Again,
It wasn't me, but I wasn't lying. It's never been. I never talked to Tom and his little fucking side bitches.
what you have to remember is Blue's always going to try and get one up on me because I exposed all shit.
Mhm.
I've said it all along, especially when I brought out a lot of cuss stuff. And also, yeah, Miss Pink is Carol Helder.
Is that?
Yep.
She still don't talk to Miss Pink because her name actually keeps being brought up recently, I think by Nick Franchudi. But yeah, she still don't talk to her apparently, according to Brad.
Apparently, she still speaks to Paul Stevens, the partner, so...
See, but even that, right?
It smells damn.
Saying to me in the call, she goes, "If you notice, Paul, because Paul Still was in Tom's once and atting Positive and Laura MD, going, 'Hello, how are you?' And they're replying back, going, 'Hi, Paul.' Like it seemed to me on the outside that Paul Still had been talking to Tom's lot because he kept atting, like Laura MD, all the women.
Oh,
you know what I
that's
mean?
all smells horrible.
We knew that Scatty was talking to Paul Still. We knew that much, but I didn't know that Blue was because Blue's never,
Do you not get
But again, like I said, we're learning a lot now today, aren't we, really?
Do you not get the Snapchat notifications?
I ain't got Snapchat.
But see, I do. And I get the Snapchat notifications that Carol Helder's posted a new this and the Carol Helder's posted a new that. And I can click on it and hold it and see it without I've seen it. Same way.
I ain't gonna lie, I deleted most of my social media anyway, but no, I ain't got Snapchat.
Same with Chloe Kellyanne and the other daughter. You'd be surprised the stuff that I've got screenshotted.
Well, now you know that it wasn't me that sent anything to Tom. I've never talked to him, never.
No, that's the main thing. I know notes came from Blue, and I'll deal with it.
Well, like I said, I literally only just told Charlie. Hadn't spoke to Charlie for maybe over a week. Because she messaged me the other week saying, "Are you okay?" And I went, "Yeah, I'm fine." You know, maybe. But other than that,
See,
I've just told her that I've spoken to you today and that I was accused of talking to Tom, and also what Jess said.
I was wondering why. I thought she was just being her usual Hufflepuff herself, not speaking to me the last few weeks. When I get a box, she'd go silent, but now I know exactly why.
Oh, we've noticed that. I don't think me and Tony didn't notice that. A couple of times where you've been in that Granddad's Best Girls or in Jess's, she always goes on mute. Like I was saying, I really think, Del, that you've sat there and you've jumped the gun before actually, maybe even, what you should have done was reached out to Tanya and said, "I want to talk to Sarah." That's what you should have done because you've been fed a load of bullshit, especially by Jess.
This don't sound to me.
Huh?
This don't sound to me like a phone call between three friends, so-called friends, right, that haven't spoken for how long? 8 months?
Oh, it does to me.
It don't to me.
Why is it not to you?
Because it all sounds fucking staged, a lot of it. Like, this is what we're going to talk about. It all sounds staged. All of it. There's no fucking way they have not spoken before this phone call. Nothing would convince me of that.
Were they saying this was the first time that they'd spoken?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think this is the first time they've spoken.
No fucking way. And Sarah knows a fucking lot about what's going on, considering she ain't been on the app, didn't she? Twat.
Yeah.
That cancer thing that everyone everyone was on about, that you had sent Tanya. No one had done a video or said anything about anyone. Meaning like about you, or we didn't leak anything of our chats or whatever. The only thing I'd done was stick up for myself when it came to Tammy, Ryan and the Lion, and then obviously Tam, when she went against you, and I said, how can you go...
Yeah, I know who the king of swing is this. Yeah, I know who the king of swing is this. Yeah, I know who the king of swing is this. Yeah, I know who the king of swing is this. Yeah,
He knows who the king of swingers is.
Yeah, it's come out now, definitely.
Who is it then?
It was Angel and Sherby, but Sherby has kicked Angel under the bus and said that it was just her. But it wasn't, it was both of them.
Was it? Angel and Sherby's King of the Swingers.
Yep.
Where was this?
I was told yesterday or the day before.
Oh my God. How do you feel about that, Tom? Fucking hell.
I don't think he's here anymore, is he? Oh, he is. Yeah, he's still here.
yeah. See, to be fair, I probably actually did it.
Wow, they won. They won. They won something on my raffle.
Right, if I'm honest, because it's actually probably so much shit to do. This is the first time today that I've actually sat for nearly 7 fucking hours on phone calls to people.
7 hours on phone calls about TikTok. Fucking sad people.
Giving me all sorts of fucking crazy information. It's just tying things back to Blue.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think that...
Did you not see Shelby's comment? Sorry, not a comment. A post that she put up.
No.
She put up a post probably about 2 hours ago. I need to find it. It's the private messages between me and Sarah being threatened to be released. Do you really think she will give in to your demands, Darren? I don't think so.
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
I spoke to Shelby. She ain't got my number.
No, that's what I mean. She's actually, the way she's saying it is, do you really think that she will give in to your demands, Dale? I think not. So in other words, do you really think that you'll stop in the background doing whatever you're doing? That's what she means.
Right.
I thought it was a bit strange, actually, that one.
Well, like I said, I saw Mark's comment and I thought to myself, what a cheek, because, like I said, when I was sending some evidence to help Mark, he said to Blue, oh, thanks, and Blue went, don't thank me, I'm going to be honest with you, it's Sarah Curry. And then he said to her, I know that they've fallen out and whatever lies, but she was a good mate to Shelby, try and get her to reach out to Shelby. And I said to Blue, hell no, are you fucking mad?
I don't.
So again, the two-facedness as well.
I don't even
I
don't even know what happened with Martin Shelby on the 6 months I was off the app, because he seems to have turned into an alcoholic, and she seems to have turned into some sort of...
Well, I will never forget. I'll never forget this, Del, right? Charlie, innit? Do you remember when I was up? What the fuck? So, I remember waking up, and these two obviously you know how I wake up, these two are chatting away. And I was like, you're right, morning. I said, what's happened? And all I remember Tanya going was, Shelby's Mark's drug dealer. And I was like, what are you on about, right? Tanya, we was in a con and they were laughing and they went, we're being serious.
Looking for that, Slipper.
So like I said, I went on the app and they've seen that Mark it'd come out, whatever, that Mark was taking tramadol tablets, but Shelby didn't know that he was, so basically Shelby was on these tablets, yeah, but she obviously weren't taking them no more. Mark was still requesting them. So he's still picking up these prescriptions and he's taking them. How it came out, I can't remember back then. But anyway, so we was all shocked. Anyway, it came out, then it came out that he was that cunning linguist thing, yeah? And some tarot cards, and then he disappeared. he's come back. Now, this is another thing, right? So Jess messaged me a couple of weeks ago and saying, "Girl, I'm coming to London. Like, I've got to, help my friend who, like, you know who it is, like, in recovery, meaning Mark." Now, Mark we all worked out, me, Jess, and Blue. Mark would sit. This was only like 2 weeks ago. He would sit in one live. So he sat in Jess's live and said he was like 50 days clean. Jess said to him, "Get to 56 and I'll be proud of you." Don't know what 56 means, girl. Like, meaning, when you're in recovery, I don't get it. Anyway, then he went into somebody else's live and he said he was 48 days clean. Then somebody else came to me and said, "Well, I've just heard him say 42. So the days kept changing. But there was, for the past them two have been quiet, but about 2 weeks ago, like every weekend they would be in Tammy's box or somebody's, but both of them sounded very slurred and whatever. Then Mark and Shelby would say that they were drinking Copperberg, them ciders. Yeah. It was the cherry flavour. Now I can sit here and say, and I think you'd agree with me, obviously how close we was back then. Every day I spoke to Shelby, they never, to me, touched alcohol. So it was a bit weird that they disappeared, came back, that he's a recovery, and apparently she tried to commit suicide and is on strong tablets, hence why she's slurring. And then every weekend they would turn into drink, which was, to me, is a weak cider Koppenberg, but it just wasn't adding up. Then obviously with the Jess thing, that all that Shellbells was putting out on Jess, Shelby kept commenting in Shellbells going trigger warning. Then Shelby would go up crying saying, "Now you're all going to attack me because I went back and sat with Jess." So Shelby made it all about her. So then Jess started pulling away from Mark and Shelby, saying things didn't add up and and whatever. And I even think I've got a voice note of Jess going, "I can't even understand her, Sarah." Like, you know what I mean? Like, when she sends a voice note, she can't understand it. And I did say to Jess, I'm just finding it weird because the whole year of me talking to Shelby until fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, never have I known her to sit there with an alcoholic drink. So when I saw, I got told about...
I didn't know they did drink at all.
No, exactly, nor did I. And, but anyway...
That's true. I didn't think they did either. And then they've suddenly just been drunk all the time.
I got told that Mark had commented on your post, so I looked and I thought, and I did sit there and think, and I said, what a fucking cheek. I said, because it was only 2 weeks ago, Mark was saying to Blue, "I'll try and get Sarah to talk to Shelby." And I'm thinking, you two-faced fucking cunt and all. Because it ain't gonna lie, they came back on the app and it's just been like the same old shit show, if you know what I mean. We changed, we're not going to go for people, but they went for Lou, don't get me wrong, like they did, they went for Tom and whatever, which again, I won't ever disagree, goes against Tom, you know what I mean, like whatever thing, but yeah, just weird behaviour since they've come back and then now they've disappeared again. It's just weird.
The whole fucking thing was weird, to be fair with the both of them. I couldn't believe listening to him. I just thought, whoa, they've changed a lot. The way they speak and everything, I just thought, oof. I keep my distance because I'm not interested. Until they fucking come at me, then that's a different story.
Well, like I said, when he went back on his bail date, meaning Mark, they wouldn't give his phone back. So obviously, naturally back then I was screen recording for them, or like I had a lot of where Sherlock was going for Mark. So Blue asked me, "Have I still got them?" And I said, "Yeah, I have." I sent them, and Blue did say, like, "Don't thank me, Sarah Curry's still got them," and he said, like, "Thanks," sort of thing. And even then, still didn't talk to Mark and Shelby. I said to Blue, "No, I'd help because I'm not having Sherlock set up someone because we can't find Sherlock." Yeah. But so I did send them. But he did say to Blue to tell me. That's when she said, "Sit down." And then she was laughing, and I went, "What?" She went, "You're going to be shocked." I went, "Oh, what's said about me now?" And she went, No. She went, "Well, I've just got off the phone to Mark, and Mark said, can you try and get Sarah to talk to Shelby?" I was like, "Fuck off." She went, "I swear down." I said, "No, won't talk to her."
I always think if you can resolve something, resolve it. If you can't, just leave it as it is.
Exactly. That's all I've done. I've not gone against. Like when Blue kept saying to me, "Shell Bells wants to talk to me," Mark saying talk to me. I've never said anything nasty. I said no. I said when I'm done, I'm done. I said the things that have been said about me, no, I can't. And I've just stuck to it. Did I want to phone Shell Bells and say, how can you sit there and say I was a good friend and we had the right laugh, and then you tried to accuse me? Because to this day, nothing ever points my way of that. Nothing. We sat there, we went through it all, everything. The day that it came out and everything else. The day it actually was made was when Keisha and Sharon was at Jess's.
Well, Shell Bell's contacted me, which I think is a bit of a cheat to be fair, but hey-ho. She's asked me if you shared her picture of her daughter. And
Never.
No, I know, give me a second. My reply to her was, who is this? Because it was under the two Lemon accounts with Shelley, and I wasn't sure who it was. And she says it's Shelley Shellbell. I went, all right. I said, I'll let you know in a couple of days once I went through the besties chat. But I know you didn't, so because I know there was only that one ever picture in there. But I'm just waiting. I'm basically just making her sweat.
Like I said, Del, I swear on your kid's life, I will swear on this whole building, my nan's life, my life, I never done. Listen, to this day, still, my pictures of my kids, I've still got, obviously, when I was in the WhatsApp group with, Shell Bell, Shannon and that, we all shared pictures of our family, right? Never, ever. And that's what I'm saying, that I was the only one on that day when she called me about that account. I was the only one who shared screen my phone straight away because I was in my shop with Andy fixing the mega machine because
Probably got 10 phones, Sarah.
the canister and the belt had broke. And then she called me and she was like, what the fuck, Sarah? And I said, you alright? And then she went, what the fuck why have you done that? I said, done what? She went, you've made it. I said, what the fuck? Straight away, I'm in my shop, I put the camera on, shared screen my phone, showed her I said, I ain't done nothing. And then we added in Flawless because I said to her, go through your phone. It took about 20 minutes, Del. I said, go through your phone of everybody that you think you've sent it to. I stayed on the phone with her. She went, it ain't just you, I've sent it to. I went, right, who is it? She went, Flawless. I went, add her in. So we added her in. Flawless started screaming, shouting and crying and came out the call. At this point, Shell Bells is still going through her phone. She realised she sent it to Jess. Now, I'll tell you straight. Jess got added in the call. This was the day, so the day before, Keisha and Sharon turned up at Jess's, yeah? Jess is in Sharon's car. They were going to lock Keisha in the house because they said that she wasn't, mentally stable. Jess is whispering to me and Shell Bells. Sammy was in the car and I think Shannon. She was like, don't think Keisha's turned up at my house, literally pulled down her trousers in my porch wanting to piss on a drug test. And we was like, what? So anyway, got through that bit and then Shell Bells is explaining. She was like, and Jeff first said, I think it might be Keisha, yeah? And that was it. As soon as Keisha and Sharon got in the car, it just went south. You know what Jess is like? Her mood had changed. She was like, are you trying to fucking accuse me? Da-da-da-da-da. And we was like, what the fuck? Because when she was on her own in Sharon's car, she was questioning her visitors, basically. Anyway, then that night, I think we spoke to Jess again, and she told us that I think that TikTok had worked, knew that Sharon and Keisha was in the house. She told the app that she's kicked them out and they've gone and stayed at a hotel. Yeah. That's where literally a couple of weeks ago it came out. I can't remember who outed it. Anyway, I think Scatty, wasn't it? Or someone outed out that when they was in the house at that time, Keisha had meant to have gone through Jess's phone and sent ASD mummy whatever it fucking was, but she put the receipts up, but obviously they couldn't click on the link. So it was all adding up of what Keisha's behaviour was. But even back then, I was the only one, and Jess would say that as well, and Shell Bells, I was the only one who shared screen my phone straight away and showed them my accounts, and I've never forwarded that picture on. Never.
See, to be fair, I probably actually did.
Right, it's 7:20. We're on number 4. I've got to walk up and do a few things, and I'm going to go live and watch the sunset. So, be back later for, remember that, Anne, number 4, yeah?
Yep.
Right. Go live in a bit when I sit and watch the sun setting, yeah, over the pond. It's not going to be a proper sunset because it's over the pond, but
What
it'll
time
be
do you
nice
reckon
and
you'll be back
peaceful.
on?
Be nice and peaceful. We can have a little chat, play some music, and have a little wind down.
What time do you reckon you'll be back on, Tam?
I'll get up there probably in the next 45 minutes.
All right, Chief.
All right.
Okay. Love you.
Bye for now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.